In Venezuela, the situation also continues to escalate. A Venezuelan priest was shot. The death toll now is at a minimum at 6. Let's take a look at a little bit of video from Venezuela here. So the regional police of Maracaibo have been shooting unarmed citizens, allegedly, during protests in Venezuela. Now 6 or more dead, as I mentioned. The violence is continuing with fire, tear gas, rubber bullets. The escalation is continuing, and a lot of this stems from the arrest of opposition leader Leopoldo Lopez. National Guard tanks are in the streets. Troops and armed supporters on motorbikes are moving into the capital city on the orders of the president, Nicolas Maduro, who is he vowed to quell what he's calling a coup instigated by Lopez and supporters and supposedly supported by the United States. The U.S. is denying any involvement. The U.S. may not have any formal involvement, but as we know, groups like Cato and Canvas have been very interested in the past in fomenting an anti-socialist revolution in Venezuela. However, I can't state this enough. We cannot fall into the trap of saying the opposition is right-wing, period. If you look at the videos that have been coming out, mostly on Spanish language media, but some of it has been making its way onto English language media as well, many of the students that are protesting in the streets are not right-wingers. They are simply against this administration because of the inflation, because of the lack of security, because of the lack of access to basic goods like milk and sugar and toilet paper in some cases. So we have to keep analyzing this along the lines of a broad opposition and broad interests that are interested in maintaining the current regime there. And the real question is, how long is this going to go and what will be the ultimate result? Is it going to lead to further escalations of violence? Will other countries need to get more formally involved? Will there be some kind of a natural ebb and flow that ultimately leads to a more calm situation? I really don't know at this point.
Right. Well, if people are already getting shot, if unarmed protesters are already getting shot and killed, people need to make a decision. Either more people join and eventually there is what we would call a revolution, or people stop because they know there's going to be a lot of shooting and death.
If it eventually comes to a so-called revolution, or what could be labeled in some kind of sense a revolution, and this is completely hypothetical at this point, it is of absolute importance that right-wing American forces do not go in and take control of the situation. And by take control, I don't mean overtly, where we're reading in the New York Times that the Cato Institute is now running Venezuela. That's not what I mean. I mean something much more under the radar. It's of key importance that not happen. And we're already thinking several steps ahead, and we're really not even ready to analyze that in detail.
No, but it's important to think about because, considering its location, there might be some interest there.